Good afternoon and welcome to the 2017 BC Hockey Pee Wee Female Championship webinar. Thanks everyone for taking some time out of your afternoon to join us today to go over some important elements to prepare you for the upcoming Pee Wee Female Championship. The host committee has done a fantastic job. They are excited to host this event and are looking forward to having everyone attend and travel in and attend the championship. We know it's going to be a great job, and we just wanted to stress just how great of a job they've done thus far. My name is Sean Orr. I work for BC Hockey in our events and leagues department. I've been working with our host committees for the past 6-7 months as they build up their plans and preparations for this event. Everything's coming to fruition now with the championships just over a week away. So what we're going to do today is just go through, review really important items that we want to stress to all the team participating so you're fully aware and prepared, and welcome any questions. The questions can be asked through the chat function. They can be asked during the webinar, or they can ask, we'll have a period at the end of the call where you can type them in. So let's get going. The first one is just making sure you know where the host package is. The host package is a valuable piece of information that's going to help you in the lead up to and during the competition. So to find it, you just got to go to the championships section of the BC Hockey website. So programs, championships from there, click host info. Then you'll go to this page. We've shown a graphic. You scroll down, you find Pee Wee Female, and you open it up. It'll have all the information that you need to know on the facility, transportation, accommodations, sports supplies, skate sharpening, everything that is going to help you be prepared and able to handle any situation that may come up during the championship. We highly recommend that you save a copy of this to your computer, or you have a copy printed out and with you. It's just handy. You never know when you might need it, and you might need some information. So we recommend that. Our host groups have done a lot of work on it, and it's meant to help you out and make it an easier transition and an easier event from an organizing logistics standpoint from the team. Schedule. So there's two areas you can find the schedule. The first is the website. Again, you go programs, championships, then you select schedule and scores. From there, you select Pee Wee Female, and this is on the right is what the schedule will look like when it's displayed. This is not the schedule. This is just a generic one. We wanted to show what it looks like. As well, you can access the schedule through our mobile app, the BC Hockey mobile app. It has the schedule, team rosters, we'll have score statistics, will be a great source of information. Now the Pee Wee Female schedule, now this is a 6-team event, so we're looking at a 4-day event with one pool of all 6 teams. So this means that every team is going to play a 5-game round robin. Based off of the 5 games, the teams that are ranked first and second will advance to the gold medal game, which will be played at the end of day 4. And from there, the winner of that team will be the champion. So with the 6-team event, obviously, it's a lot of hockey in 4 days. We understand that, but running it through this process is the way to go in terms of a round robin where each team plays 5 games. A very important element that we want to make sure, and we cannot stress enough, is to make sure you check your HCR roster, that all the players are approved, all of your team staff are approved, and there's no concerns heading into the championships. You can easily do that by logging into the HCR, going to teams, then selecting your team, and then just double checking to make sure everything is set. The reason we stress this is to make sure that nothing comes as a surprise in the coach managers meeting, because at this meeting our championship representative is going to have every roster printed out, and they're going to review it with you, and you'll be required to sign off on the roster. So by taking the steps beforehand, you'll have peace of mind to know everything's in place, there's no concerns, and you're good to go. And then you can sign off on the roster and focus on playing. And we stress this because anyone who's marked as ineligible is not allowed to participate in the event. So it's an important item that we want everyone to take a few minutes just to double check everything and make sure everyone's set. The equipment checklist. So the equipment checklist document can be found through the front page of the website. So the top left, I've provided some wording. It might seem out of place, but it's not. So if you scroll to the bottom of our page, championship page, you'll find that wording with the link for the equipment checklist. Click that link, then it brings you to the document that's on the right side of the screen. That document is the checklist that our representative is going to go through with every player prior to the start of the championships. So they're going to go through and inspect all the pieces of the equipment to ensure it's at the proper condition and safety for all the players. So the reason that we're pointing this out now is that you can take this document and send it to all of your parents on your team and make sure that they're fully aware and they can take the proper steps with their daughter to go through and make sure the condition of the equipment is good. And the reason that we want to stress this is because if this isn't done and it was waited until a couple hours before your first game, there might be a moment of panic and scrambling of having to correct something, and it's much easier to have that done before the fact with lots of time and you're not scrambling. So we highly recommend sending this out to make sure everyone is prepared and ready to go. The coach managers meeting. Now this is an important element. It's going to lay out all of the information that you need to know leading into the championship. So it's going to take place before the championship starts. The majority of them are being scheduled after the banquet. In attendance is going to be the BC Hockey representative, who's going to be the chair of that meeting, the host committee chair, who will serve there as a resource from a logistical and operational standpoint, and the officiating supervisor, who will speak on behalf of the officials. The BC Hockey rep, they're going to lead the meeting, and they have an agenda they're going to work through, which is going to touch on all aspects of the operation of the event to make sure you are fully aware and up to speed of the items that you need to know to prepare your teams and your players. So we'll work through this. It'll range from the tie-breaking procedure to elements of goaltender relief, an emergency goaltender relief. So all this information will be covered and in place. The host committee chair will be there to serve as a resource for any questions that you have from a logistical or operational standpoint. They're the ones that have put this event together over the course of the last 6 months and the ones that will be able to provide you with the answers that you're looking for. And then finally, the officiating supervisor will be there to speak on behalf of the officials. So they will speak on the officials, what the rule emphasis is, the standard of play, which will be no different than what has been emphasized all year. As well, they'll confirm that Hockey Canada playing rules are played. So that means for any games for overtime, in the round robin there is no overtime. In the gold medal game there is overtime. The Hockey Canada playing rules is an immediate 10-minute sudden death overtime. If no one scores, there's a flood in a 20-minute period, and that is repeated until there's a goal scored to determine the winner. And finally, there'll be documents that will need to be signed by each team. This is the fair play code for our players, team staff, and parents. Like I said at the start, the host committee has done a fantastic job of putting together the information and putting together this event to make it a memorable one for all the players. This hard work is going to pay off with a very successful on-ice event and off-ice, and we're very excited for everyone to be there. What these codes are doing are setting our expectation of what we want that environment to be. We want it to be a positive environment. We want it to be one where players are having a great time, they're focused, they're having fun, and it's positive. So we can't stress that enough. These codes are used to set expectations for everyone, so everyone's aware of what we're looking for during the championship, so everyone will be asked to sign one. So that covers the important items that we wanted to touch base with every team. So you're fully prepared and getting into the championships. Are there any questions at this point? You can type them through the chat feature if you have any. Okay, hearing none, if any come up you can think of, feel free to email us at championships@bchockey.net, and we'll get right back to you with information. So again, thank you for your 15 minutes this afternoon. We hope you found this valuable, and good luck next weekend at the FIWE Female Championships.